Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back for episode 7 of season 2 of The Bear. Last episode was absolutely insane. And I'm kind of curious if we were going to kind of pick up right where we left off, or if we're going to jump back to the present day for a little while before we get the rest of that story. Because they've really been kind of piecemealing us a little bit of the past. I'm not exactly sure if I should expect us to go right back to where we left off, or if we're going to kind of cut away and come back to that later, or maybe just hear about what happened from the present day. I'm not exactly sure, but it was such a good episode, man. That was amazing television. But with that all said, let's get ready to move on. If you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you're a member of the channel, get you access as well. It is a watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up the time codes for actually the entire episode. Or you get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote what movies to react to each month. It's just a great way to support the channel and help us do a lot of the things that we do over here. But at the end of the day, I really appreciate if you enjoy this reaction. Please leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. And with that all said and out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into episode 7, Forks. Here we go. Well, based on the title, I mean, it was fishes, now forks. So maybe we will indeed pick back up where we left off, considering Forks set this whole thing off into a frenzy.
You've been coaching over the years. What would you say are the most important lessons of leadership that you've learned?
The very first thing is that, in order to get better, you change limits. And when you change limits, you're going to look bad and you're going to fail. At West Point, I learned that failure was never a destination. When you are knocked back, figure out why, then change. The other thing is that you're not going to get there alone. Surround yourself with good people and learn how to listen. You're not going to learn with you just talking. And when you do talk, converse. Don't make excuses. Figure out
it's good advice.
The solution. And you don't have to figure it out yourself.
I don't know, man. The way Carmi's been kind of floating around like this, I really do feel like she's been having to do a lot of this all on her own. At least, like, this side of things.
It's something.
Like, even here in this example, she's still trying to figure out these dishes, but I don't see him at all. What was that poster on the wall? Well, I want to know what that movie poster was. I didn't get a good look at it. This is one of those openings right now, man, where I am already on edge. Oh, what is this? And the music on top of it? What the heck? We're not in the restaurant, are we? Every second counts.
Hey, Forks.
No, I'm Richard.
Okay. I'm Garrett, backway staff. You're Forks. Change your shirt.
Oof.
Chef, are we done with the forks?
Almost, chef. Let me ask you, have we started shining fucking forks since our first fucking day?
First week is forks, and if you get lucky, you make it to spoons. Can we chill out on the swearing too,
How long
please?
am I supposed to be here
A
for?
week.
All right.
Oh, wait. Did he get sent away?
I'm gonna give cousin the satisfaction of coming home early. I can do my time standing on one foot.
Oh, so this is his homework, basically.
Big boss, Capo, Terry.
Chef Terry's always watching.
Oh. I'll just there's the skeleton up there.
Fuck you, cousin.
Damn it. In a way, this is like trying to learn him discipline, which has kind of been his problem for a long time. It's just kind of going along with the machine. In a parking lot, having a hander shut, sunglasses on, she waits by this glass. It's a beautiful little place, man. I can't wait to see what the main restaurant looks like once it's all finished. Four weeks to open.
Yo, Garrett, the chef. I've been doing this forever. Can I wash dishes or something?
Nah, we got the best dishwashers in the world. You're just gonna slow them down. That wasn't clean.
I've been doing this for 9 hours. I think I know what's clean.
I'm telling you that's not clean. That was not clean either. Please do them properly.
Yo, they're goddamn forks.
Outside. Do you think this is below you or something?
Man, I think I'm 45 years old polishing forks.
No one is asking you to be here. I don't think anybody remembers your name.
Nice try. You think I don't know how hard it is hiring people since COVID?
We don't have that problem.
You really drank this Kool-Aid, huh?
Yeah, I do.
Why?
Because I love this, Richie. Did you know that when this restaurant opened 12 years ago, it won the best restaurant in the world the same year? We have a waiting list that's long. 5,000 people waiting at any given moment long. Do you see their faces when they walk in here? How stoked they are to see us. It takes 200 people to keep this place in orbit, and at any given moment, one of those people that is waiting in line gets to eat here. They get to spend their time and their money here. I'm sorry, bro, but we need to have some forks without streaks in them. Every day here is the freaking Super Bowl. You don't have to drink the Kool-Aid, Richie. I just need you to respect me. I need you to respect the staff. I need you to respect the diners, and I need you to respect yourself.
Oh. That's always been a hard thing for him, man.
I can do respect.
Lovely, I'll see you inside.
Tonight's PONs include Kimberly Fox, District Attorney of the City of Chicago. We have Maurice Sheets, Assistant Coach of the Bulls, as well as comedian and musician Bo Burnham.
Oh, nice.
And according to Jill's Instagram, it's always been her dream to dine at a 3-star restaurant, and they have been, quote, saving up for this. I want to go above and beyond tonight. I want to blow their fucking minds. Shut up. Last thing, still, no one is owning up to the smudge. I want to clarify that it's not so much the smudge, but rather the fact that no one is taking responsibility for the smudge. We're not children. It's okay to make mistakes, but we need to own up to them with immediacy, integrity, and honesty.
Was it on one of the forks?
Did you talk about the smudge?
Only a lot.
I know this sounds ridiculous. I am aware that I've had to say the word fucking smudge 20 times in the last 2 days, but we had to reset the plate with the smudge because persimmon glaze was smudged, which fucked the set because we had to take it to a 4-top, which meant we had to match the other 3 plates to the smudge plate, which cost us 45 seconds.
47 seconds.
47 seconds. Now, if you cost us that kind of time, you sure shit better own up to it. And get back to work. Fuck you, Garrett.
Yes, chef, that's me.
Hey, at least it wasn't one of the forks.
What's going on? Is Eva okay?
No, she's great. She's totally great.
I got those Taylor Swift ticks.
You did?
Yeah.
She's gonna be so excited.
I know, right?
This is incredible.
Actually, I got 3 if you want to come,
I also just noticed that he's still wearing his wedding band.
I know you're really busy, so I wanted to just tell you something, and it's a little bit hard to say.
Okay.
I just want you to hear it from me. Frank proposed to me.
No.
What'd you say?
I said yes.
He's like a really good guy.
That's great, Tiff.
Thank you. And I want you to know that nothing's gonna change between us.
That's awesome.
And I love you.
God, that has got to hurt. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. We don't know, or at least I don't know, like, what caused them to split up. So that's just, I don't know. We don't have the whole picture, but you can just see how much this family means to him, despite everything else. He may not have his shit together, but he cares so much. And that's not always enough, you know? So, like, yeah, you know, I don't know. It's heartbreaking, man. Man, what a shot. Poster. Fuck you. Aw. Oh.
Trailer today. Get changed.
What is this?
No more forks.
What is this?
You look good?
It was kind of like...
Uh-oh, let's go. Moving up.
Start with tables 10, 20, 30, 40, so forth. Stagger the reservation by 15 minutes so we do not stack the kitchen. All the servers take temperatures of the room, they communicate.
How do they do that if they can't speak?
This is our hamachi. You can see that it's frozen in liquid nitrogen and curled, served on our basil shell.
Oh. Wow.
19 are a bunch of assholes.
This is wild.
Hey, Chef, what do all these different colors mean?
Orange is a dietary restriction, yellow is out of town, green is a VIP, and blue means kitchen tour.
What about those notes?
Table 15 likes to eat faster, so we speed up their tickets. 23 likes it slower, so we add an extra amuse not to back up the kitchen. 22 doesn't like people to speak to them.
How do you know that?
We have a designated staff member that researches each guest.
Yeah, wiretap those motherfuckers.
What in the world? Like, do they like literally spy on them? Like once they sign up?
This shit is crazy.
This is, yeah.
How do you do this all day?
I need you to stand in that corner and get the fuck out of my way for 1 minute. 5, distillation, eyes on 4. 24, walking in 5.
But yeah, that news from his ex-wife, I think that like gave him a little bit of a spark to his fire.
Every night you make
Well, to
somebody's
stoke
day.
them up a little bit.
You asked me how I can do this, and that's how I can do this.
So he's actually
I'm
paying
very happy to hear
attention
that.
now. Like he's
Thank you.
zeroed in.
We have a birthday on 24. Pick up a cake, candle, and 2 balloons, please. Hill 31, 33, go. Pick up Wagyu, please.
Oh, that looks so good.
We have the hibiscus tea surrounded by a series of small bites, and to finish it off, the hibiscus cloud.
Beautiful. How do we eat it?
It's my favorite part.
Oh, that's the thing. You don't.
Just dive in. Chef Terry's done it again.
This is wild.
Chef.
Go.
Guest on 9, Emily overheard her tell her family that she was bummed that she was leaving Chicago without getting a chance to try deep dish.
Got it. Slow down, 8 and 9. Surprise on 9.
What's the surprise?
Deep dish.
You're gonna make them deep dish.
Nope.
Look at it too. He's getting excited. And I'm getting emotional.
Pick up for Richard.
Yo!
Corner. Chef.
You're going on 2x4. Faster, please. Fire 6 rabbit. Fire 4 hamachi. 1 is non-dairy.
Basil Joe?
Hill
Yes, chef.
31, 33,
Yes, chef.
go.
Micro basil? Yes, chef.
Micro basil.
This is like,
Language.
this is like surgery.
Chef, can I bring it to the table?
Go get him, Richie.
Let's go.
Thank you, Chef.
Walking add-on on table 9.
God, please don't drop it. That would be awful. God, I'm so nervous.
All right, look alive, team. I couldn't live with myself if I let this beautiful family leave Chicago without sampling one of my personal favorite dishes, Pequod's deep dish.
No. Oh, you did not hear me say that.
Manja, baby.
Oh my God, you all are wonderful.
No, stop it. You're wonderful. You guys good on drinks?
I believe it. Good.
That old fashioned's not gonna drink itself. You guys want some Bacardi and Diet? Little B&D? Should I send some over? Enjoy, guys.
Don't you say that to my mom. Don't say that to my mom.
It's the truth.
I think it's magic.
4 seconds. 3 seconds.
Apple cider gets drink. Apple cider gets drink.
That's my freaking boy right there.
All right, let's go. Another one. Oh, come on, that's Bercy. Wait, no. Velouté derivative. That's an Allemande.
Ooh, yeah, it sure is.
Oh, real good.
What year do we get our 3rd star?
2012. Trick question. Nice try.
What? We're tonight's specials.
We don't have specials. We do, however, have supplements, including tonight's caviar pairing. Oh, your ass!
God, I'm waiting for something terrible to happen, though. I was like, I swear to God, if he gets T-boned, I will flip my desk. Oh, my God. This is so cathartic after the insanity of last episode. I'm never going to see that other poster again.
Am I the oldest stodge that's ever stodged here?
I don't know, dude, probably.
How old are you?
30.
And you're like a chef?
What?
You like to cook? You're like a rattle the pots and pans?
No, I don't like to cook.
And why you work at a restaurant?
A couple years ago, I had a drinking problem, and I got sober. Through that experience, I learned about acts of service. I just like being able to serve other people now, you know?
Mm.
You know, I used to work for this guy who used to say that taking care of people at the highest level was like working at a hospital, you know? Like, it was like medical.
That's a little much.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I think
with
that's why
Richie on that
restaurants
one.
and hospitals use the same word, hospitality.
Yeah, oh shit.
I wanted to say thanks for a fun week, man. It was dope.
Thank you, my man.
We have a new stash coming tomorrow morning, and I think we're all really going to miss you here.
Fuck, man. I'm just getting the hang of it.
I know. We have one more shift tomorrow, yeah.
Something opens up, you know.
That'd be awesome, but you know it's not my call.
I got another job anyway. I am needed elsewhere.
Hey, man, you bring all of this to the new restaurant, and you won't have to worry about all of that. You get that one going, firing, and working anything close to that, and you won't have to worry about it at all.
What's going on?
I'm watching Fact Recalibrate. Yeah, recalibrate. We failed the fire suppression test.
Another one, dude?
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, another one. We have one more shot.
How bad is it if we fail that one?
It's fucking bad. Please be careful. It's bad, cousin. What do you need?
Oh my God.
Yo, I know you sent me there to get rid of me.
What, to get rid of you? Fact! I fucking told you, please!
Yes, I was annoying you and you wanted me out of your hair.
I don't believe that at all.
No. I sent you there.
You sent me there to fucking humiliate me, you fucking jack off.
What the fuck you talking about? No! Fucking Christ! Easy! Stop it! Just stop!
Yeah, I'll talk to you later.
I actually think I hurt myself.
Wow. That's not true at all. I mean, it's the same reason, you know, he sent Ibra and Tina off to do their thing, or Marcus. He's trying to help everybody level up. Okay, it is Alien. I thought that's what it was, but I just didn't want to throw that out there. Well, look at him cleaning everything up, too. He's leveling up his home life, too.
We loved having you here. Thanks for everything.
Thanks, Chef Jess.
Wait, is she, Is that like, she likes what she sees, or there's something else going on? Oh, look who it is! Look who it is!
You know where the polish is? The bullshit keeps moving.
Oh, yo!
What are you making?
I'm just peeling mushrooms for the lamb de tournette. It's just a nice little fun detail, so when the diners see it, they know that someone spent a lot of time on their dish. Do you want to have a go? Hold it like this.
Mm-hmm.
Knife 1300. Grab the end and just peel. Like that.
Is this Chef Terry?
I know Carmen.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry that he pulled a favor.
Not at all. I don't do favors.
How's that?
That's great.
Can I do another one?
Yes, please do.
It'd make her day a hell of a lot easier. That's for sure.
So why do you do this? Don't you have stodges that do this shit?
Yeah, I like starting the day with this.
Why?
Respect. Feels attached. I think time spent doing this is time well spent.
That's what it's all about?
Yeah, I think so.
When did that start?
Oh, I tried to open a giant place years ago. I was on fire. I was arrogant. I tried to move too fast, couldn't keep the place open, and the market crashed, and I got killed.
Public wipeout?
Oh, yeah, the most public wipeout.
So how'd this place happen?
My 38th birthday, I was out walking all night, unemployed, angry, depressed, blaming everybody else for all the time I'd lost and the money I'd lost. And I was walking through Lincoln Park, my phone had died, and so I stood under this awning waiting for the rain to stop, and I just stood there and stared, and eventually the sun came up, and it turns out I was right there. And then I walked round to the front, and I saw the sign. It was an actual sign. It was a restaurant for lease sign.
Like,
damn.
Never too late kind of thing.
Yeah, never too late to start over.
Exactly, Richie.
How'd you get the money to open?
Well, my dad had died the summer before, an only child. My mum sold the house and put it in here.
You close with your ma?
Yeah, she's my best friend. You?
My best friend's ma was like my mom.
Yeah.
What about your dad? Yeah.
Close to yours. It's funny, I learnt the most about him when I was packing up his house, all his belongings, like his whole life. And I found this stash of pocket notebooks that he must have taken with him when he was on tour. The way he wrote everything, it was like a reminder, like, don't forget this moment, or don't forget this interesting, strange detail. And he'd sign each one off the same way every time.
Chef?
Yes, Chef.
Arno upstairs.
Oh, thank you, Chef.
Don't be a stranger, Richie.
I think
Say hi to Carmen for me.
Yeah, well,
I think she's got a little eye for Richie here.
He believes in you, you know.
What makes you say that?
He told me.
Aww.
He said you're good with people. He's not wrong.
Chef, you never said what he signed off with.
Every second counts. That might be my favorite episode. Oh my god. God, I'm fucking crying again. Like, Richie's entire story has been trying to figure out where he fits in. You know, he feels like time is passing him by, the world is passing him by. He's like this remnant of a bygone era. You know, he's spent so much time, especially in season 1, talking about how things used to be, keeping things from changing and all this kind of stuff, because he doesn't know how to change with it. He's stuck. He's aimless without all of this. And, you know, he thinks that while Carmi is trying to do all of this to help better him, because he does see the potential there. He sees him for what he is good at. And maybe Richie doesn't see that in himself. And he thinks this is just to get him out of his hair, to get him out of the kitchen, to, you know, because he keeps trying to do things his own way, try to get people in the neighborhood to kind of do these shortcuts and all this kind of stuff. He's trying to, you know, come in, save the day, swoop in every situation so that he can feel relevant, so that he can feel like he contributed and that he brought something to the table, because he doesn't know what else he can bring to the table. But Carmi sees something more in him, and he doesn't get that just yet until he really goes through this experience. Keeps talking about how old he is, how much time he's wasted and all this kind of stuff. You know, his ex-wife is moving on. You know, he's got that whole estrangement there, and like I called out, he's still wearing the wedding band, so he's not like over that. He's still really hanging on, and we don't know the situation or the details around what happened there, but he carries that around a lot. But then he wants to blame all these other people, and that just kind of equates to the story that she just told him as well. Like, when her hubris got the better of her by building this huge restaurant, the market crashing, then blah, blah, blah. She was angry, she was upset, and she was blaming everybody but herself. And that's what happens with Richie as well. He's not owning his piece. But at the end of the day, finding value in what he's got, finding value in what he's good in, finding discipline, finding purpose. You know, this helped him find that. You know, he hated what he was doing initially. The routine, the monotony of the forks, polishing them day in, day out, day in, day out. Hey man, this is just polishing forks. Can't I do something else? Who cares if there's a smudge? It's about the respect. You're respecting yourself, you're respecting the restaurant, you're respecting the customers, and you're trying to give them the best day of their life, the best experience. It's about getting to know the community, which is what Richie's so good at. He knows his community, he knows his hovel, he knows everybody in there. Everybody comes in and out, and despite the chaos of their little stand, as it were, like especially in season 1. He knew like damn near everyone's name that came in through the door. And this is what they do. They get to know their clientele. They literally spy on them, and then they cater the experience to give them the best fucking dining time that they've had. You know, they try to make this once in a lifetime opportunity for these people, because a lot of the time it is because of the wait list and the reputation, it's hard to get into. So once they get in here, they try to make sure it's worth it and it lives up to that reputation they've built for themselves. That's what Carmy and Cindy are trying to turn the beef into, is something like this. And that's why Richie is here, to hone that skill, to hone that, because that's what he's good at. You know, we got Tina, and well, we still haven't even followed back up on Ibris, so like I have no idea what's going on there, but they were meant to be in there to like hone their chef skills. We sent off Marcus to go learn to make these desserts and stuff. You know, we got to see Nick Poulter and Carmy in this situation. Again, I swear, the more we get of this, it's gotta be that person that he had to look up to about, is like, hey, I thought I was the best, but then I met this one dude, he came in and I thought he was competition, but he just smoked me every step of the way. Gotta be Carmy. It's gotta be. But in my head canon right now, until it's said otherwise, that's what I believe. Even so, like, he's like, he just like, I don't know, he thinks everything's a punishment. He thinks everything is this attack on himself. He just doesn't believe in himself enough to see anything else, or believe that anybody else sees anything of worth in him either. He feels like he's just always shoved aside, but that's not what's going on. You know, and seeing him light up, seeing him get excited, seeing him become good at this, and then understand the mechanics of it. And he still didn't understand yet until this final conversation. I'm hoping at least that he understands now, because he had that whole thing. He sees how this is working. He's like, hey, I'm building something here. He's building some confidence, some rapport with everybody around him. You know, he started from the bottom, he worked up, he's got their respect. Hell, all of them are pretty jovial with him at this point. They're having fun. They're getting to know each other. He's testing. He's excited. He's learning about the restaurant. He's expanding his horizons. And like when he's learning about how they operate and how they move the kitchen and how they kind of, you know, navigate their customers and get to know them and how that affects their flow and how to cater their flow to be optimal based on the customers. And he's like, I could see the data. He was reading the fucking Matrix. And he's like, he could see the code. He became Neo for a second. He's like, I could see this. And he lit up. And for a hot minute, because of that unresolved or maybe even like disillusionment that he's got with Carmy, he's like, maybe fuck going even back there. Maybe I'll just try to get a job here. These guys get me. They respect me. When he doesn't see that's exactly the case. Like, he's a little blind when it comes to what Carmy's got going on. He thinks he's just like everybody else who just writes him off. And it's not the case. He wouldn't be here if Carmy didn't want to use him. But that's not how he sees it. But until he realized that, like, he was like, hey, if you guys got a thing open, you know, just, you know, you can let me know. I'd love to work here. You know, he's always trying to elevate his station and all of that so that he can feel like he's worth all of these things. And maybe in some vicarious way that can kind of, you know, prove his ex-wife wrong, or maybe he can live up to the expectations that he failed to meet when they were together, because that was kind of what we saw in the flashback. He was all these promises, all these things, and then none of that quite pans out. It's just tragic. But then he, again, his time rolls up here. He has to go back to the beef, and then he calls angrily or just upset that he's going back to Carmy, and I think he again lashes out on him. His Carmy's like, what the fuck? Where is this coming from? Because like he's like, how do you get from there to there? And that's just the worldview Richie is built in his head about everybody around him. You know, it's that mentality that Olivia Colman here was talking about. That conversation I think he had with her really, I hope, helped and kind of centered his perspective a little bit, especially when he was like, sorry, Carmy had to call in a favor and, you know, pull me in here. And she's like, no, Carmy didn't do that. I don't do favors. So it was a respect thing. It was respect. That's what this whole thing has been about. Like, this is how Carmy respects him, and he needs to understand that and come to terms with that as well. And notice that no matter how old you are, it is never too late to do something new, learn a new trick, or find yourself. Some of the greatest artists or entrepreneurs or whatever in any category sometimes got a late start. Tolkien, for example, didn't even write The Hobbit until he was 45, and then Lord of the Rings came following suit years after that. You know, it's never too late to kind of throw yourself into the fire or reinvent yourself. And I think it's just one of those situations where he's looking for all these other outs or places. I don't know. It's easy to feel so lost in the world especially when you start comparing yourself to everybody else, and then how that kind of stoke up these negative feelings towards the people around you or yourself. When you start comparing your life to others or to the stereotypical life that is expected of most people, and especially when you go through what he's gone through with his child, with his ex-wife and all this kind of stuff, and how he failed to provide for that in the ways that he had hoped to do. It's heartbreaking, and that's why it's here. No matter how it goes, no matter how life turns out, every second counts, and not a second should go to waste. Appreciate every moment, appreciate every exchange, and respect the moment, respect yourself. And it's just such a beautiful episode. And it started off so eerie and so unsettling with the way it led in. And oh my God, I'm so glad that this ended up being probably one of the more feel-good episodes of the show. And it was so cathartic to see Richie find something he became passionate about here, putting that smile on their face. That's what Carmy even says. That's why he does it. That's why he cooks. That's why his mother cooked as well. They put themselves through this absolute torture, but they do it because they want to give this experience to people, to provide, to cook the food, to see the smile on their faces when they eat the food and praise the food. You know, like he said, he doesn't have fun cooking, but he likes seeing what it brings out of people. You know, how they appreciate the food. He sacrifices a part of himself for that experience. Then we got this guy who was kind of his handler at this restaurant here, who was pushing him early on, but then they connected over why this is important and why it means so much to him. And it's that same idea. It's to provide this experience, to give them a memory that they'll never forget. Also love that this episode is called Forks, and it opens up with, you know, him cleaning these forks over and over again, and how that becomes this catalyst for him to evolve. When in the last episode, forks was this symbol of chaos, Mikey and the fork, throwing the forks at Bob Odenkirk, and then how the episode ended with Carmy staring at that fork in there, stuck in that dish, and then it's like Richie's coming in here to start cleaning that off. Not that it's that fork, but that's in my head how it connects from the themes, or at least the way that this episode kind of brings us off the heels of that. You know, all of that was dirty, all that was messy, and then we open up with the cleaning of the fork, and that being the focus, the polishing, the refinement, wiping away of the debris of this baggage. And I think that's what this is doing for him. He's trying to, while he's cleaning and polishing the fork, he's doing the very same thing to himself here. Phenomenal episode. Phenomenal episode. But guys, I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to you. What did you think? How do you feel? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the full length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, get you access as well. And speaking of before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Manny Sherritt, York Scott, Melito, Robert Anguiano, Jeffrey L, Jake Cottrell, Eric Official, Casey Wood, Russell Crockett, and Sam Moyer. Thank you guys so much for continued support. But that's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.